What's going on, guys? Dr. Andrew Fix back for another episode on the code. Thank you so much for tuning in, for being here, however you are listening to this today. It's morning time for me. It's super sunny outside. It looks like it's going to be an awesome day, and hopefully you're having one as well. But if the sound sounds a little bit different, we're testing out a new recording device today. I bought a new pair of headphones and it has a mic attached to it. So I'm just testing that out, seeing how I like it. If it works nicely, it'll be really convenient for when we're doing these interviews on the road to not always have to travel with the microphone and just potentially have these headphones. So again, however you're tuning into this, thank you for being here. We'll keep this one fairly short. And I know sometimes when I say that, I go off on a tangent, but we're going to just dive back into the topic of controlling the controllables today. And sometimes we'll use the acronym or the letter CTC at Physio Room for this, control the controllables. And this is actually one of our core values. We've got 5 core values at Physio Room, and this is one of them. And what we mean by it is like just control the things that you can actually control. None of us can control the weather. None of us can control the stoplights or anything like that. And there's no sense in getting frustrated, getting upset about things that are totally out of your control. We use the analogy in sports a lot about the referees, right? You can't control what the refs do. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about the refs. Just focus on what you can do, focus on what your job and your assignment is. And that's what you should do. We specifically talk about attitude, effort, and enthusiasm at Physio Room when we talk about controlling the controllables. And so one of the things I want to bring up today is a unique to me because it was my first time opportunity that I had this week. I reported for jury duty on Monday morning. It's Thursday as of the recording of this, and went through the jury selection process here in Colorado and wound up getting selected to be a juror on a trial that ended up taking 3 days. So we went through the selection process on Monday, and then we got selected, the people that did not went home, and the 13 of us actually that remained, the trial started on Monday afternoon. So that very day we had lunch, and then we came back and boom, we started the trial. And so at that point, they told us to anticipate that the trial was going to take 3 days. Um, and you just roll with it. You just roll with the punches. That's one of the opportunities, one of the duties that we have um, living in this country, living in the United States. I have been called actually for jury duty multiple times in my life, living in different places, but I never actually have served on a jury until just now. And I gotta say, it was a pretty interesting experience. First time that I did it, I got the opportunity to meet 12 other people. And I know I told you there was 12 people on the jury. So 13 of us got selected. One person was designated as an alternate, and we didn't find out who that was until later in the process, right before we did our deliberations. That person was excused. Um, so 12 ultimately ended up comprising the full jury when it was all said and done. And it was interesting to go through a trial, be in the courtroom, have that firsthand experience of that process because, we see things on television, whether it's TV, whether it's Netflix, whether it's something else. One of my favorite shows that's out is Suits. I remember watching that when it was on TV and then watching it again when it's on one of these streaming sites, um, streaming apps. And, that's, of course, a legal show. And let me just say it's not all like that. It depends on what case you're part of. This was a criminal case that we had the opportunity to be involved in. It had to do with uh, auto theft, robbery of a car out of somebody's garage, and then also theft or possession of credit cards, debit cards, checkbooks, IDs of numerous different people. And it was our job to determine, was this individual found guilty or not of the charges that he was being accused of. So how does this relate to control the controllables? Well, basically, we knew that I had to report for jury duty, our team here at Physio Room. We did not know if I was going to be selected. We, of course, have a service-based business similar to personal trainers, similar to other medical offices, whether that's a hair salon or something, nail salon, and we schedule clients by appointment. Well, rather than blocking out my schedule for an unknown period of time, because we didn't know how long a trial would be if I ended up getting selected, we opted to block my schedule out for Monday, the day that I had to report, and then leave it available for Tuesday through Friday for the rest of the week. And if I got selected, then we would address that when that time comes to contact those clients, get them rescheduled with either myself at a later date or with another provider on our team. And that's exactly what we had to do, right? So we had to contact people, adjust their appointments. We appreciate, obviously, all the flexibility. Everyone understood the scenario and nobody had a problem with it. But it does put us in a, we'll call it a unfavorable situation, right? We have visits on the schedule where we want to help people through their care. And then we have to reschedule all of those. And that impacts our day-to-day operations from a business standpoint. It also impacts people's scheduling, right? The clients, they had things blocked out. They had things scheduled around so that they could make those. And then we had to adjust, and then they have to adjust their schedule for a future date. And at the end of the day, all of that was outside of our control, right? I have to report for jury duty, and we roll with the punches from there, whatever happens. So what was really cool is, we were able to get some of these clients in with another provider on our team. So they were able to meet and get to know one another. That's an awesome opportunity that would have maybe not happened otherwise. I had the opportunity to meet these 12 other people and get to know a couple of them. And some of them have like pretty cool jobs. One of them actually like works very much in this South Metro Douglas County area in the fire department. And it was cool to get to know him and hear a little bit more about his role and how we might be able to even work together in some capacity. We have several members of that unit of South Metro Fire Department that are clients of ours at Physio Room. So I thought that was really cool. And then, of course, what it also provided was a little bit of a break from the routine. Like, if you know me, I'm a big routine person. Like, I like going to bed at a certain time. I like waking up generally at a certain time. I like doing similar things throughout the week. However, in a different vein, I also like variety, right? I don't like to just do the same workout routine, like the exact same exercises every single Monday, every single Wednesday, every single Friday, whatever that is. I like to mix it up a little bit. I don't like to eat the exact same foods every single day. Now, I do eat a very similar lunch almost every single day. That's because the food prepping that I do on the weekend, it's easy to just do that. But if we go out to eat or if we're having people over, we'll mix it up and we'll do something different. Now, I'm still trying to hit, generally speaking, like I want higher protein content with these meals. I want minimally processed things when we can have that, as long as we can control what's going on. And of course, there's some wiggle room in there. But it was something totally different where, like, rather than showing up at the office, I was showing up at the courthouse and provided me with a break from the normal routine. Not, I don't want to say like a vacation because it wasn't a vacation by any means. You had to be very tuned in observing what's going on and taking some detailed notes. But a break from the normal day-to-day routine nonetheless. And it allowed me an opportunity to then go exercise and train in a different facility because I was in a different part of town than I normally am every single day. There's a gym there that we know. So I was able to drop into their facility 2 out of the 3 days and work out with some different people, doing some different things, having different conversations than I normally have. And that was kind of fun, right? It was nice to start at a different time and end at a different time than what I normally do. It gave me a different start to my day, gave me more time with my wife Erin in the morning. And it just provided an opportunity, I think, more than anything, from a mindset standpoint of, all right, this is what we've got to do. I'm selected for jury duty, and we're just going to figure the rest of it out. We're just going to roll with it. We're going to control what we can control. We're going to get these clients rescheduled, and everything's going to be fine. We're going to work hard the next week to get some of those people in who were unable to get in during these couple days. And And then we're going to record a podcast about it so that we can talk about when things don't go according to plan. What do you do? Well, you just start somewhere and you make a list if that's what you prefer to do, being a list person of the things that you need to get done. I had to reschedule a couple podcast interviews with people as a result of this. So we'll just reschedule them. We'll pick a different date. And rather than being frustrated of, oh, damn, I have to go to jury duty, think of it more like an opportunity. I think this concept of having to do something versus getting to do something is a huge mindset shift. And it doesn't change what's actually happening, right? You're still going, you're still participating in whatever that thing is. But when you have to do something, you feel differently about it than if you get to do that same thing. It's a very different thing. So the next time you're faced with a scenario that is out of your control, the next time you find yourself frustrated about that scenario, or you find yourself frustrated about something that is out of your control, just remember, you woke up that morning, you have the opportunity to change how you feel about that, to change how you think about that. You have the opportunity to get to do that thing rather than have to do that thing. And if you flip that little switch, turn that little knob just one click, man, I don't want to make necessarily promises that I can't keep, but in my experience, I can almost promise you that you're going to feel different about that scenario. You're going to feel more grateful about the opportunity that you have presented in front of you. And at the end of the day, you're going to control what you can control and just move forward and address the rest of the stuff as it comes. So again, you guys, get out there today, control the controllables, go do the things you get to do. And I hope you have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in to listen to this episode on the code. And again, if you've not done so already, whether this is your first or 100 plus episode that you've been listening to with us, if you've not left us a review, man, that would be so cool if you could do that. It really does help us get this show out to more people. Whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on, please go drop a review on there. Throw some words in there if you can. Those go a long way. People see those, and we hear about that when we ask people how they found out about our show. We'll catch you guys next time on another episode of The Code. See you later.